All right, we're live for the Friday daytime stream. Woohoo! How busy could this daytime stream be? I don't know. Because last night we were busy as hell, dude. We were busy on Wednesday. We were busy on Thursday. How busy could Friday possibly be? It's kind of shocking. All right, let's go ahead and get this over here. We've had a very good week. Let's see. We're going to say... extreme, let's say, let's say fast-moving Pichu break. Let's say vintage Pichu break. Fast-moving vintage Pichu break. Caden says, start of the holiday for me. Nice. All right, fast-moving Pichu break. And what else is real nice? I'm going to say solo leveling in the title. Leveling... booster, solo leveling boosters, and gold coming soon, probably. That's the big thing. So this last week, I've spent like, how much have I spent? Like $5,000 on gold, man. Something around there. That could be a little high, but yeah, I've been spending money on gold. Gold. Been reading some laws about it too. If I sell too much gold, I have to register as like a gold seller. So I'm thinking about that for the future. Gold's going to be a permanent part of our product now. Kind of like how we've had silver this whole time. We've had silver. I wish we had gold the whole time because gold's doing better than silver. All right, let's close these out. You guys know I've always sold a little bit of coins. We got some copper coins. We've sold quite a few silver coins. Now I want to change that. I want to start doing more gold. Gold bluey coin? I used to have a decent silver collection, sold it to start a business. Because it went down so much? Is gold down today? I know gold's been fluctuating. Gold prices are complicated. They're hard to understand. Actually, it says gold is up 2.4% just today. That's a pretty strong rise. Over the last month, it's up 11%. Over the last year, it's up 37%. So gold is at ridiculous high prices right now. And I'm not just buying it because it's high. It's just because I came to the same conclusion that probably many gold buyers came to. And it's just that probably all of our money and all of our products aren't really real. They're just these things we make, like mold and plastic injections, like Barbie dolls on the shelves at Walmart. It's not real. It's just like this valueless thing that you sell to consumers who don't know what to spend their money on, so they spend it on things like Barbie dolls or whatever useless thing you buy at Target or Walmart. So there's this whole economy built on that, and I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Nowadays, I want more gold. So I'm a gold buyer now, and I'll probably carry some percentage of my collection will always just be gold. I don't know what amount of the collection, maybe a really small amount, 2%, 3%, but it's not going to be zero. Currently, I have one gold coin. That's all I have. I have one gold coin, but that's going to increase. Peter Fenelty wants the Espeon poker card. Have you ever dealt with Magic the Gathering Fallout cards? Yeah, we have that on the menu right now. So the cool thing is, we're going to have gold where, let's say you pull this Pichu, you could take your card and say, trade this for a 1 gram gold bar. So you'll be able to trade me for gold. That means you can participate in a break even on a card you're not interested in. And if you get lucky on that break, you can turn your lucky day into an actual gold payday. Or just trade me cards from your collection for gold. Or just buy a piece of gold outright. We'll probably put some on the table and just price it. So all those things are going to be possible. Yeah, I think Americans should hold more real products. I think gold's a real product. And I think like this plastic holder, this PSA plastic holder, even though it's a service, the plastic is valueless, which maybe everyone kind of already understood that. But it's weird. Consumers spend so much money on plastic. It's like the Sharpie markers mostly made out of plastic. It's all plastic. And maybe that's the way we like things. We like things cheap and simple. But I think consumers should always be investing some of their money in a real product. Now, stock is a real product, like a Walmart stock. But where does Walmart make all its money? It just makes all its money selling, mostly plastic or whatever low value material they use to create goods, right? Like, so virtually everything in Walmart, even the plastic hangers they put your plastic clothing on, is just all made out of, petroleum and all this other crap. It's all valueless materials. And then somewhere up the chain, some shareholder, some CEO, they own real things like land, stocks in other plastics companies, and probably some gold. When you get to the very, very top, governments, they buy gold. So they buy gold and they sell debt. And so, they're the issuer of currencies, but they buy gold and they buy other valuable things like rare earth minerals. They work on collecting taxes from like mines and oil rigs and all this other stuff. So, yeah, when you think about it, I feel like the American consumer should be more aware that they work their whole lives to just buy plastic goods, and they should definitely be putting more of their money into real things. Now, those real things you think would be the stock market, but the stock market's really just based off of selling dumb consumers plastic. So I don't know, when you actually think about it for a really long time, when you just keep sorting it out in your head, it all comes back down to what really has value. Land has value, rare earth minerals, mining, oil, maybe lumber, maybe farming. Real things have value, but plastic does not have a real value. It's just this trick to get money from consumers. It's a very good trick. It works really well. So we'll have gold now, and put some gold in the live customs and hollow shuffle. I don't know, maybe. I think that would be a bit weird. That feels a bit gambly almost, because at least with the silver coins, they're more of a collectible. Like, you're not buying them for their silver value. You're actually buying them for their collectible value. Right, like this should be a $30 coin, but because it's graded MS70, it's collectible. So that's why it has this big $130 value. We will not be selling gold that way. Gold will just be sold basically for its gold value. So, I don't think the gold will find its way into either the live customs or the Poke Shuffles at all. You won't see that happen. There'll be no gold breaks. It's too much like a casino at that point. You will, however, be able to trade cards you pull out of the live customs or the Poke Shuffle for real gold. So trades are acceptable, but I don't think they're going to show up there. It's too weird. Hey, mister, I'm looking at this card. It's a CGC Pristine 10. Is it worth much more than a PSA 10? I'd be careful with that. I noticed the Pristine 10s are selling more closely to the price of a PSA 10. You could argue it's worth more than the PSA 10. But, I'd look real carefully at I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. Pristines definitely keep up with the value of a PSA 10, and we've seen some Pristine 10s sell more than a PSA 10, but sometimes it's more like they break even, so I don't know. All right, so Peter Felty's buying my Espeon. Let's get that Espeon. Here we are. All right. I bought some cards today amongst some gold that I purchased. Yeah, we're going to have gold be a regular part of our inventory. Not for the collectability value, but actually for the gold value. But we have collectible silver coins you might be interested in. Have small gold bars on the table. Yeah, exactly. We're getting those 1 gram gold bars that you can find at like vending machines and stuff like that. But look at these. So like there's Venom. Here's SpongeBob. These are more like collectible coins. You don't really buy them for the precious metal. Like that's $295. You're not buying that for the precious metal. You're buying it because it's MS70. Or PF70 in this case, and it's just a really beautiful mint. So, but with the gold, you're going to see that it's mostly for the price and the value of the gold itself. Gold is so expensive, I don't know if it'll ever be maybe it can be considered a collectible in some rare cases. Like that coin I've got, it's pretty cool. Get Rat Coin, I'd buy it. Hi, Mr. Sent for 3 spots in the Pichu. Damn, you like the Pichu. All right, so finish. Okay, so this is Nathan Gordon. Pre-order for the daytime stream. Finish Ho-Oh's Hot Wing Box. 15 packs. All right, 15 packs. Give me a second. Can I see any gold you have for sale? We do not have any for sale right now. We're going to have gold bars for sale at $150 per 1 gram ounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. You should start a meme coin called Rat Coin. Yeah, I've got this perspective on the world. You got like crypto. Crypto's like this interesting technological toy that you can trade back and forth. That has a function. You can use it to sell and trade with. But it's like this new thing it exists because of encryption and the blockchain. And you can speculate on the value of it, but ultimately it's software. You got Walmart. It's this Chinese middleman, and not just China, but like any country, Bangladesh, India, and they import goods that are made for almost nothing, and then we've all just agreed to spend crazy amounts of money above what it costs to produce. So if Walmart produces a good for $1, we then go buy it for like $20. This is why the Nike company is so rich. Nike does the same thing. They produce their shoes for very little, and then they sell them for $100. There's so much profit in that they've got a great company, and then you want to buy stocks in that company too. So the stock market's based on that idea of the Nike shoe being produced for, $5 per unit and then being sold for $100 per unit. Walmart does it, Nike does it. And that perspective on the world has changed my mind about buying gold. Gold's this physical thing. It really exists. You can hold it in your hand. It really exists. You can't hack it. It's not hackable. It doesn't rely on the internet deciding it's good. Governments decided it was good. It is. So, we'll be increasing our holdings on gold. You can still buy cryptos. You can buy Pokemon cards. You can buy stocks at Walmart. I think all of that's more like a game you're playing. I think it's sort of like a trading game. You're trying to win the trading game. I bought the right thing and it went up. I bought the right thing and the consumers pushed it and made it go way up. So that's like a trading game. But I think gold's more like this actually real rare thing that you're holding. Ooh, look at this. So I am now more interested in gold as a result. I think it's these trade wars, man. The trade war made me... Oh! Wow, that's going to be expensive. What is this? I didn't know this was in the set. Ethan with Pichu. We got a Pichu break. Cyndaquil and Slugma Balls. Slugma? Slugma made it onto the card? Wow. That's Nathan Gordon. All right, take a look. Very beautiful. Wow. eBay asked if I wanted to contact the authorities because they had the seller's information. That's new, I think. Ethan's Adventure, not that high of a price. Really? That's not expensive? That's a beautiful card. I'm surprised that one's not expensive. All right, here is Don Dozer. We've never opened that one before, so it's not like super easy to pull. You should put your gold in your Jew necklace, just like South Park taught us. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, gold's used in some jewelry and all that, but I think gold is valuable for one reason alone. Governments sit on it. Banks sit on it. Central banks say, you know what we want? We want gold. If that ever changes, I won't do gold. I'll look at whatever the central banks sit on. If they sit on something else like, I don't know, emeralds, who knows? Then that'll be it. Just like in Minecraft emeralds. All right, cool. Nathan Gordon. So I should have a gold chair to sit on. It's a Waifu. Maybe I'll get a gold chain. Who knows? It'll be fun. I'll wear a gold chain and look really, really stupid. All right, Nathan. Thank you so much. It's like $60. That's actually not bad. $60, that's good. All right, so what do we have next? We have an order from... All right, so LaFlame, we can actually take care of you right now. So LaFlame's taken a half spot in the Pichu. He's taken 3 spots. He's taken a coin toss on it. You ready? Good luck in there, Mr. LaFlame. It's like a battle for you now. This is round 2 of the Pichu. Get gold TCC rings. Pure gold rings. That'd be cool. But, I fear that a ring will fall off your finger, you lose it. No, I think coins are the way to go. Coins and bars. It's the Pokeball bag. Oh, is there already someone in there? Wait. Yeah, so I have an evolving thoughts and feelings about gold. I don't anticipate gold beating Pokemon cards. I think Pokemons are the better speculative asset. It's just that I think gold's real. That's the difference. Gold's a real thing. Pokemon cards are cardboard. They are very expensive pieces of cardboard. A lot of people don't get it. They don't understand why that works, but I do. It's because it's what people want. People don't get excited for gold. They go, oh, look, a gold coin. But they get very excited for Pichu, so I get that. And I think gold might not appreciate as good as Pokemon, but it doesn't matter. It's real. And so, yeah. It's almost like in my mind, I think a gold is like a real reserve of money, whereas a Pokemon card is like a speculative product. And that's what we're all doing. We're all speculating on where value is. All right. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Here's Chensei Fong, One Waifu Shuffle. You got it. I was also talking about in our Discord server, if you haven't joined us there, you could have read this post. In the announcements channel, I was talking about how I felt about stocks too. Because very often people say buy stocks. Ooh, hybrid heart. Number 96, that's going to be one of those booby cards. A lot of people say, like Dave Ramsey says, all you got to do is buy the S&P 500. And that's not a bad idea. You know, that's technology companies, by the way. And technology is pretty good. They invent truly useful products that change the world. I think it's this one. Here we are. Ooh. So, you know, he says, don't buy any gold, buy technology. It is. But I have a problem with the stock market that I've heard Kiyosaki mention before. But I never really appreciated, like, the problem. I never really thought about it that hard. And he talks about how everyone's retirement plan is in a bubble. And I never really got that. I was like, what are you talking about? It's been a long time, and I think I've figured it out. The government incentivizes people to spend all this money on the stock market through the 401k program, and then you've got other programs similar to that one, like the, I can't remember the name of it, healthcare programs. You got companies that have pension programs. The government's got pension programs. So everyone automatically buys the stock market. It's like if you had a whole system that was designed to just keep buying Bitcoin, and because the system keeps buying Bitcoin, Bitcoin keeps going up. And so everyone says it just goes up, keep buying it. To me, that's a bubble. And so I've realized, oh my gosh, the stock market's probably a bubble because people just buy it indefinitely. Using everyone's money, we all buy it. No one ever pulls out. Everyone's 401k is in the account. When no one ever pulls out of there, it's probably a giant bubble. And, you know, that really sunk in today as well. I don't think I like the stock market so much anymore. 6, I think you could get rich over there, but I wouldn't call it an investment. I would call it a speculation. All right, let me go grab some Dan to Dan. Last 2 boxes of Dan to Dan. So after this, there's one more box, I believe. Unless there's a box hiding. Gold is not a bubble? That's fair. You could argue that there's weaknesses to gold. It could be highly manipulated. It could be that we find a lot more gold. It could be that governments decide not to use gold as a reserve currency. New technology could find gold we couldn't reach previously before, like deeper underground, or maybe extracting it from an asteroid or a meteor or whatever. We are. Nothing's really perfect. That's why you should diversify. I'm not saying you should buy all your investment portfolio into gold, but I just realized I trust the stock market less. I trust the idea of money less. I trust the idea of the products on the store shelves less. The economy itself scares me when you realize none of it's really real. It's all just fake stuff. All right, here goes. Miss 6. Here goes. But that's the fear, you know, the fear is that the gold market might be manipulated. I don't think that's going to deter me anyways. I'm just going to keep buying it now. Because you can argue that with pretty much anything, by the way. You could argue anything's been manipulated. All right. I bought gold a few years ago. Physical gold, though, necklace and rings. Nice. Well, that counts, actually. That counts. As long as it says pure gold or like quality gold, it's that counts. Goes up in value. Mister's too woke now. I'm so woke. All right. Very nice. Ready? No, I came to some pretty interesting conclusions about my beliefs about the world. These are philosophical beliefs about money, is philosophical beliefs about value. And this is how you make predictions. This is how you place bets. It is. All right. People could say, you know, if you want to buy uncertainty, go buy maybe like debt or something like that. But I'm going to actually take some gold. Been doing gold, silver, crypto for 4 years. Coin errors and pokies also good money. No hollows, please. You got it, Miss 6. All right. Here we go. Oh, very nice. I go diving to find my gold. So many people lose their jewelry in the water. Nice, nice. Yeah, I saw a guy in New York. He took like a scraping tool and he scraped like between all the cracks in the sidewalks, you know, natural because of the different blocks. And he was finding like little pieces of lost jewelry. And after he was done doing that, he turned it all into like a little gold flip. It was really funny. Yeah, he was finding lost gold. He was finding gold shavings. He was doing stuff like he was checking outside of like gold stores. He would scrape the ground. Wouldn't that be interesting? A company that works in gold, if you could just like scrape all the ground around that company, you might find gold shavings. Have you ever heard of zombies, coins, and silver? No. Been interested in T-bonds, but I'm not well versed in the aspect. Any more research? I love gold so much that I lost my genitalia in an unfortunate smelting accident. I'm from Sweden. Isn't that weird? Yofaja. Ooh. All right. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 2 SP in 1 box. These are all SRs. Miss 6. I go diving to find gold. I already read that. Yeah, I'm more interested in gold now than I've been before. I'm interested in having a portion of my holdings be gold. I'm interested in selling gold because I like the idea of people I know holding gold too. That's the thing. Like, it's easy for me to sell things I believe in. I regret that I didn't already have gold for sale. If I had built up a gold inventory, that would have been smart if we had already done that. Just seen the rest of the Hot Wing box. Thanks, Derek. No problem, man. Congrats. Hathim, 5 heat waves. Mr. Hathim. So we're in luck. I actually found more heat wave. Tossing that away. Let's see. This is it. This has got to be Cynthia in this box, okay? Gotta be. I tried to get you onto gold a year ago. Well, I do actually hold one very nice gold coin. And I was like, that's enough. You know, because I was just Pokemon card focused. And by the way, being Pokemon card focused has been the optimal route. I mean, it worked extremely well. Had I spent more money on gold, I would probably be less wealthy today. Because gold, although it went up, it didn't go up like Pokemon. Pokemon went way up. But that's the thing. I don't know if I need to speculate anymore like that. Take those risks anymore. 3, 4, and a 5. Remember, it is a risk. Pokemon could have gone way down. It is. All right. Is there an open box of Dan to Dan? I'm not seeing one. I don't think there is. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. Oh, yes, there is. Buried. Okay, there's one open box. Looks like this. Don't know the exact number of packs in it. All right. I like how Hathim says yes, like he knows and I don't know. That's so funny, dude. Gold is more for parking wealth, not creating wealth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We are. It's not a speculative asset that you're gambling on. It's the thing that the banks hold to say they have real value. But also, you know, in the event of a real monetary collapse, it becomes the best investment. So it's like an insurance card. It's an insurance card for your wealth to a degree for certain scenarios. The stock market is not an insurance card for your wealth. The stock market, just like, let's say, Pokemon cards or even real estate, all of that can pop and go away. At them. There we go. How many packs? 20, 12, 10. The best investment has been CS2 Go Skins. You might be right, yeah. Those digital things that people don't really treat or think of like real investments, and then suddenly they just double or triple in price. One spot in the Pikachu for Joey Albrecht. The Pichu. It's a Pichu. I don't want to oversend. That's why I ask. There's only 2 boxes left. Let's just look it up. Not much sniping left to be done in these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's just 10 packs here. And then after that, there's 1 sealed box, guys. Then Dan to Dan sold out. We sold 2 cases of Dan to Dan pretty easily. That was a good product. You know, I would not have bet that that was going to be a good product. I just don't understand anime. I need to watch more anime, apparently. All right, here it is, Mr. LaFlame. The first guy's in. You need 2 more guys. Tell you what, since you bought half of this, if you pull it, I'm going to write it down as a win for you on a scorecard. I want to switch to, sorry, Timmy, Trump won't let us pre-order. Mommy, I want it now. You just need to know what's a good anime. Hunter Tipton, 1 Pichu spot. There it is, Pichu going in for Hunter Tipton. All right. Trust me when I say the majority of all the money I spend in the following, 4 years or however long I keep buying Pokemon cards, it's almost all going to go toward Pokemon. But some of it will go to gold from now on. Just like we hold a little bit of silver. We got silver coins for sale. See, like this right here. We got Pokemon coins for sale, too. The silver coin's $130. The Pokemon coin's $475. That says it all. That says it all right there. Pretty strange. 6 says last Dan to Dan box. Okay, and she bought the loose packs. You got it, Miss 6. I get it. She was buying all the packs. You didn't finish my order. I did this earlier, didn't I? 2 hollow shuffles for Joey Albrecht. Sorry, Joey. Getting ahead of myself. All right. What is that Pikachu? Just 1/6? Just 1/6. 2 cold ones. Sorry, man. That's Joey Albrecht. All right, scroll back down here. Let's get back to 6. Last Dan to Dan box. Miss 6. Has someone bought the last spot yet? If they do, we'll run round 3, okay? Right now, this card right here belongs to someone. It belongs to Miguel. He won the first round. If you take round 2, we're getting you a pre-order Pichu, and then we can run round 3 if you like. People seem to really be digging this break. They like this card. All right. Miss 6. Konnichiwa. Promo. Wow, another Pikachu, another Pichu. I posted a new video today talking about CGC. Be sure to watch that video. There it is. Hey, it's Mr. Asmer. What's up, Mr. Asmer? I own that Pichu, but not graded. He's probably pretty hard to grade because he's a reverse hollow. All right. I watched it, Mr. Great video. Yeah, basically, when I look at the history of my CGC 10 Pokemon, not only did they not fall in price, they actually rose dramatically in price. It is. Since when CGC flipped over from the 9.5 to the CGC 10. That's the timeline, by the way. The timeline's an important piece of information in that data. Ooh. No hollows again. You got it, Miss 6. Anything for you, 6. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Good content is facts. The Gold Star Torchic isn't like insanely good, but it is up higher than when I bought it. What's really interesting is the Gold Star Charizard. So I bought him for $8K. He last sold for $18,000. That's the last sold figure is 18. So that one's extremely good, more than doubling. Doubling in a very short time period. Yo, she gonna kick your buns. So that one has done so well. Same with the Legendary Collection Zard. Can't believe it was so cheap in the past. But I know why it was so cheap. It's because everyone was scared of it. They looked at CGC 10 and said, nobody's going to treat these as a collectible card. They're going to treat it like it's a fraud or something. And I thought, no, this is a real deal right here. My opinion on it was that there would be a separate economy just for the CGC 10s. They would be treated as this thing between a PSA 9 and a PSA 10. That was my feelings on it. And I thought it was going to perform better than the BGS 9.5, just because no one wants 9.5. 9.5 is the most annoying number, which, ironically, we've got a bunch of 9.5s coming back from BGS soon. So that's just my luck. But maybe they sell, maybe they don't. Maybe I got to crack them. Yeah, so there's a real economy for Gem Mint 10s that are sort of like between a PSA 9 and a PSA 10. As long as they look nice and as long as they say 10 on them. Ooh. See, now that's a prediction, and that's what happened. That's what came true. CGC Pristine 10 or PSA 10 for you. If I had to choose every single time, it would always be Pristine 10. Because what I know about PSA 10 Gem Mint is sometimes those are pretty crappy, right? Like somebody was showing me their Fossil Dragonite PSA 10 first edition, and it showed silvering right on the upper left-hand corner. You never see that with Pristine. Pristine's too tough of a grade for that. So if I had to choose one or the other, it would always be Pristine 10. We are. Now, does that mean that all PSA 10s cannot beat a Pristine 10? No, some PSA 10s are really good. But some of them are kind of crappy. Whereas the CGC Pristine 10 is going to be consistently good. Just because it's harsher to get that grade. How about BGS Pristine versus CGC? I'd probably go with BGS over CGC. The BGS company is so insanely strict on their grades. So probably I'd go with BGS if that was the comparison. BGS is crazy. They're on a whole nother level of crazy. CGC used to grade their cards kind of like BGS, but they changed to soften up, which was, I think, the right move. And their sales show that. Nathan Gordon. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oops. Hot Wing Arena. All right. Tag beats them all. It would be interesting to try and cross my CGC 10 Black Label Zard into a Tag 10 because I sent it to PSA and PSA rejected it because it claimed it had a bad corner. But when I looked at that same corner, like PSA actually did a graders report because it was $75 to attempt that cross grade. So they showed the corner. It looks great. I was like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with this corner. And they show a picture of it, and it just shows a good-looking corner. So I have a strong feeling that they rejected it for brand protection and nothing else. It was a bias for brand protection. That actual CGC Gem Mint Gold Star Charizard looks better than my PSA 10 Gold Star Charizard that I have right now in my collection. So that's what's crazy about that they've rejected it. So I'm thinking maybe I try another company to cross-grade it with and see if maybe they'll accept it. Because I have a suspicion they will. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yanma Altart. I mean, nah, this card's going to suck. I don't think Yanma's ever going to be popular. He's too simple. Like, he reminds me of all those Pokemon that are, they just look like what they are. You know what I mean? There's nothing Pokemon-ish about them. Yanmega. Like Shaman. Shaman looks like a Pokemon, doesn't it? It's got a little flower in its ears, a little bush. It's cute. That's a Pokemon. That's just a giant dragonfly. I don't think Pokemon... Like, look, this is just a dragonfly. But you got them together. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that, guys. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, this one's Yanmega. This one's Yanma. Even their names are really simple, aren't they? I don't think that card's going to do very well. He's going to be a cheaper card over time. It's a little bush. Yeah, it's a little bush. Looks kind of like a porcupine. What's Sonic the Hedgehog? It looks like whatever kind of monster, whatever kind of animal Sonic the Hedgehog is. What do they call those? Hedgehogs? Duh. It's in the name, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, it looks like a little hedgehog, but instead of spikes, it's got a bush on its back. All right, Nathan Gordon. Very nice. You still got an SAR. Congratulations on that. I was just commenting on what I think will happen with Yanmega over time. I don't think he's going to be super huge. Somebody likes him, I'm sure. Somebody always likes every Pokemon. So we have a nice coin up on the table for sale. This is a silver coin. There are. I don't really put the coins up on the table enough. I really ought to. You never see them. You never see them for sale. You can always trade Pokemon cards for coin as well. All right, so here's a Wigglytuff. I don't know what it is with this Wigglytuff. He's extremely rare. He's from Crystal Guardians. He's a reverse holo 10. And he just never, ever, ever, ever sells. Here's Ekans. And here is Omastar. I wonder if I could put in here with this one of these. This. To try and get this to stand up off the table a little bit. Yeah, this might work right here. All right, there we go. Oh, that's nice. So I should do that with all the coins. And then I can find the coins really easy on the table. They don't hide. You know, the rotation, eventually you lose the coin. It goes to the back of the table and you can't find it anymore. Aaron Rodriguez, 3 Legend of Blue Eyes. Also, get more Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, man, you're telling me to get some more and you're buying some? That's a very good way to tell me to get some more Yu-Gi-Oh! I gotta know it's a for sure thing if I buy some. Maybe you can give me advice, because I kind of quit buying Yu-Gi-Oh! The way I don't buy a lot of Digimon either. Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have not performed well. Here we are. Digimon performs worse, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Has not impressed me recently. For example, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Product over time does not go up in price. So that alone is a pretty damning reason to avoid it. There it is. It needs to go up in price over time. And then I go, all right, I don't care what this is, I'll buy it. Kind of like what happened with the Magic cards. You know, those collector boosters, they shot up in price. I said, all right, Magic's for real. We're going to put Magic on the menu now. Magic's good. It's got to go up in price over time. Ready? Blue Eyes White Dragon, price is up. Nice, nice, nice. All right, some other bad signs. We put up a slab for sale. We put up some Yu-Gi-Oh! Slabs for sale up on the table. They just do not sell. Team Rocket Grunt won in the Pichu break. That's it. Pichu break's going off a second time. We're going to run Pichu break one more time for round 3. Good luck in there, guys. There is a star card in this break along with the actual card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the Pichu break going off. I keep forgetting you have precious metals. Yes, and I don't show them off very well, and that needs to change. But we're gonna start offering gold too. I'm all about offering gold at this point. I want my followers to have a little bit of gold. If you all had a gold bar, I think that would be a smart move. So we're gonna offer gold with pretty low to zero margins, especially gold trades. We're not going to ask much for margins. Give me a number. How many Pichus do you have, mister? Not many. These are pre-orders. So when you get into the Pichu break, it's a pre-order. 2, 1, 2. All right. Pre-order. It's great weather today, by the way. Let's show the names. LaFlame took a coin toss in here. He's got half the spots. Good luck, guys. I ran into some Journeys Together sleeve boosters today, and Paradox Rift and Temporal with the coin. I have the worst luck though, just for display now. Yeah, it's hard to get good pulls out of any booster packs, but that's why the slabs cost so much. I'm all about those slab breaks because I know from a mathematical, statistical point of view, it is better to just get into a break on a 10 rather than trying to pull that 10 yourself. That's a fact. Do you have any gram gold bars? Those are coming. We're going to be selling those for $150. Remember, no taxes. I don't charge taxes. So it'll be $150. All right. Drill all your slabs. We need a number on this. I figured it out. It's the Gyarados break. Oh, just waiting for the audience to supply a number. Robert says 1. There you go, Robert. All right. Roberto. Good luck. Here's LaFlame on spot number 1. LaFlame spot number 2. Oh, that's already no good. LaFlame spot number 3. And it's the star card. Ah, it's rough, LaFlame. Well, you got the star card at least. The worst outcome would have been no star card. Here's Joseph Albrecht. Cold. Team Rocket Grunt. Cold. Hunter Tipton. That's the chase break right there for Hunter Tipton. Welcome back, Hunter. I don't feel like I've seen you in a little while. There goes Mr. LaFlame. I hate to see that. I would have liked to have seen you snipe that one. So let's go ahead and jump you into that Darkrai. Yes. I know. LaFlame's face is like, oh. Okay, that's 1, 2. That's no good, huh? Okay, throw this away. Let's leave this card behind, actually. Free, free, Palestine free. So, what do we need to do? We need to restock this. These booster packs are being restocked with 1 collectible card. When you purchase a break spot, you're buying one of these booster packs. You have a chance for a collectible card, or you have a chance for a energy card that I will actually trade for the slab that is in the break. Okay, so you know you're buying a $40 card. Let's grab this Hunter Tipton. So what happens for you, Hunter, this is going to say Pichu. Like this, see that, Hunter? Hunter Tipton, 1 Pichu. I'll put that in here, okay? Now, this card enters round 3. It's so popular, we're going to run it a 3rd time. Okay. 6 Corrupted says, give me the rest of the Dan. Miss 6. Can I send my collection for store credit? It's Big Russ. Yeah, send it right in, Mr. Russ. You said the winner of this one has to wait for the new Pichu. Sorry, I just won and I'm a little confused. That's correct. You might not have caught that last night because that's when we set it up. But what's this? Okay, let me close this real fast. So you might not have caught that last night, but see how it says round 2 here? It's a pre-sale break. So now you've got a Pichu. You just got to wait for it to arrive. It is on the way. It's already been ordered. So your Pichu is coming over to me, and then we'll write your name on it when it arrives. Sound good? Oops. All right, let's see. Can I send my collection? I already read that. Yeah, that Pichu's crazy popular, isn't it? Give me a second. Oh, there we go. All right. So, now let's go ahead and open these. Miss 6. Great looking card. Reminds me of the Southern Islands Mute. Exactly. It looks exactly like that, doesn't it? Oh, you do pull an SP stamp. The Creepy Hat Lady. I don't know if that's any good, though. Make an offer on my whole Magmar collection, no lowballs. Yeah? Are you feeling any buyer's regret yet? Sometimes when you go into a card buying frenzy or stupor, a little bit later you go, what have I done? I've dug myself this Pokemon card collection hole And all of a sudden you feel this urge for cash, not for Pokemon. And you go, oh, if only I could snap my fingers and turn these cards back into cash. Have you done that? I've done that. I've done that many times, by the way. You can't let that, that little stomach ache about how you spent on Pokemon, you can't let that make you make a rash decision. If you decide to sell any Pokemons, do it slow. Do it the right way. I like to sell cheapest buy it now on eBay. That's how I like to do it. Cheapest buy it now. Make sure you have an eBay account with a matching Instagram account. So if your name is Pokeball, Lowball, Booty Cheeks 4 on eBay, that needs to be your exact name on Instagram so people can meet you on Instagram and buy from you direct. Okay, that's a very important lesson for selling cards. You need to have a matching Instagram account. You don't have to do that. It just really helps. And then, I do buy it nows on eBay. I don't mess with auction. Auction's for when you have to sell. Like you're required to sell. You have to cash out now. Just keep it by no matter how bad you feel. I'm holding my Magmars. No, mister, I'm joking. I need to get me a Southern Islands Mew. I've definitely overspent on Pokemon cards and been like, what am I doing, dude? Like, why am I spending all my cash? But, then you sit on the cards and 3 years later, you check back on them and they're like higher than you bought them for. And you go, oh. That wasn't so bad. You go, whew, I'm glad I didn't sell these. Actually, some of my biggest frustrations have been selling cards. I just sold a Dark Blastoise for $3,000, and now it's a $5,000 card. And it's like, I did good when I sold it for $3,000, but all I had to do was hold. So the mistake was actually selling. It's always selling. Selling is the mistake. All right. Is there an eBay link in your description? I sell a couple items on eBay, but honestly, it's all here on the table. I don't sell much on eBay. I sell like slab protectors, that kind of stuff. All right, Lucas Lange, he says, first time buyer, greetings from Germany. One spot in the Pichu break. Dankeschön. All right, here we are. Lucas Lange. Nice to meet you, Mr. Lucas. All right. When I was in school for computer science, one of the smartest computer scientists was a German student who came here to the U.S. Here we are. He was real smart. All right. Karis and I are a little German, too. I found out I'm a little part German. She's like 60% German. Okay, so Pichu round 3 has started. When do you decide to move a card from the table to eBay? It's very rare. I don't sell on eBay very often. I do it when it's like this card that does not sell to anyone except for very niche collectors. That's me. Nice to meet you, Mr. Lucas. Like, for example, these 2 cards, I have marked them for eBay. They're nice cards, but they're not selling on the table. Probably because no one in our group wants some old Waifus or something like that. But if I open up my reach to the millions of people who climb on eBay, maybe somebody will buy these. See what I'm saying? So sometimes eBay works best when you need to reach a big, big audience. Sent for 2 spots in Pichu. All right, 3rd time's a charm. I'm scared for you, LaFlame. Here it is. Remember, LaFlame, 90% of gamblers quit just before the big hit. Here we are. Do you still have the huge amethyst tower? Yeah, I bought that for like $2,000 in auction on eBay. And now I've just got this gigantic, it's called a cathedral. That's the style of stone it is. And it sits on my fireplace. We've got a nice brick stone fireplace, this limestone. And it sits there next to the fireplace opening. It's very pretty. I don't know if it goes up in value or not, or if it's just this really expensive decoration. All right, cool. Let's see, what do we got now? Drew Plummer. He says 1 pack of Terra Festival. Drew Plummer. That sounds like the Japanese Terra Festival. Let's go grab that. Do we have that? I thought we had an open box of that. Do we not have an open box? I thought we had an open box. Maybe not. Okay, let's get a fresh box then. I had a guy freaking in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragons. Ever been curious of doing witchcraft with it? Charge the crystals with moonlight and stuff. No, I'm strictly interested in the financial value of it. Wait, is this it? No, it's an empty box. Never mind. All right, here goes. Drew Plummer. Are you new, Mr. Drew? Your name is not super familiar. It makes me think you might be new. All right. There it is. Yeah, I'm going to charge my crystals with moonlight. Mr. Drew. Give him some freebies if he's new. Well, hold on. Let's see if he hits rich. He get a freebie if it's not a good pull. Ready? Sometimes they get the top pull and it's like, see, I told you. All right, he gonna be all right. He's picking up Leafeon SAR. So here's how I do it. If they get a bad pull, they get the freebie. Well, he's doing very, very well, though. We'll save the freebie for somebody with bad luck. They need the socialism. Yes. All right, very nice, Mr. Drew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you wait a second. They might be the guy with the best luck. Okay, cool, man. One pack snipe. That's a great pull, man. So here we are. Yeah, socialism is needed for the guys with the most difficult pulls. It's called the Pokey Welfare. Wow. Great round. He got this Glaceon, too, along with it. That just makes it better. So, Drew, did Drew say this was a first-time order? Drew didn't say it was a first-time order. Let's go looking for Drew's bag. He might have a bag already. Mr. spoke it into existence. Well, I just done this so long. I know how it works. Mr. Dean. Denny. He cashing in on that first-time luck, man. Damn, what a pull. I know. Makes you want to open some. Pokemon cards are really fun. They're like a slot machine. I think they really are. You come here for some fun. It's like a slot machine. And you get to watch and see who gets lucky, who gets unlucky. So entertaining. I could watch this all day. Maybe that's why I work so hard at it. The best part of my work is when we're live. I love it when we're live. The worst part of my work is when I have to do all the other stuff involved in this business. It's so boring. All the other work is so not fun. It's just like a regular job. Especially the worst part is dealing with any problems. Oh, gives you like a heart attack sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. All right, we have Mr. Haunted, I think, right? Yes, Haunted. 4 Poke Shuffles, 6 OP10s. I think I have a bag by my actual name now. Ooh, do we? All right, by your actual name. That doesn't sound like me. That sounds, maybe I did make you. All right, you ready? So 4 Poke Shuffles. How about that Dunsparce? That's from Sky Ridge. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can hear Karis walking around. She's probably off for the weekend now. Teddy Ursa. Chess game. If you guys are saving your money for Saturday, you might want to spend it right now today, because or here in the stream, because I might skip Saturday. We have a very, very nice weather weekend, and so I might take Saturday off to just hang out with Karis. We do that sometimes. She likes me to do that. She says it's good for my health. Yeah, right. I told her Pokemon cards are good for my health. Here's the chess game. And here's Teddy Ursa. You can see these cards went in on a discount into the Poke Shuffle. Just another reason why the Poke Shuffle is so fun is because you're trying for cards that have been discounted. Is shipping going out? Yes, Alexis is coming in today. She says she's coming in and the shipping will get packaged up and then picked up on Saturday. That's how it works. We're going to write you down as Haunted, okay? TCC takes first day off in 6 years. I think it'll be the first day off this year. So my first off, if I take tomorrow off, which I think I might, April 12th, the first day off for the year 2025. Pretty extreme, huh? But you know what I'll be doing? I'll probably just be grading cards. So that's what I'll be doing. But she likes me to take some time off every now and then. Some time off, like it's like this thing. OP10s, huh? OP10s. What do those even look like? I've forgotten. Whoa. Don't tip over. All right, it's all tipping over. Dude, I have like towers of cards over here. All right, the stupid box of PSA slabs tipped over, and now they've all spilled. Get back in your box. Oh my God, dude. All right, OP10. I'm trying to remember what that looks like. I think it looks like this, doesn't it? This is OP10 right here, isn't it? Okay. So if that's OP10, we got to find some of that. I believe I need to go find some. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. All right. You're in luck. I thought we were out of it. We had one case left. How about that? So this is a fresh case of OP10. Yep. All right. Whew. Instead of booing, we mining. Gold flakes for food next on table. All right. Five. Six OP10s. Now you said you think you might have a bag with your real name for once. So there it is. If you like one piece, we have a fresh case open, the last case of OP10. All right. Tossing that. Oh, there's your Dawn card. So the economy is up today. If you guys follow the news, you guys know I do. The economy is up today. Might be because China raised tariffs one more time, but then they mentioned this is the last time they'll raise their tariffs. And they said that they thought the trade war was stupid. So they said something like that. We are. All right, tossing that. What's interesting, you know, I think the United States is trying to maintain a 34% tariff over whatever Chinese tariff is. And so if that's all that it is, it would be smart for the U.S. and China to just come together and just say, let's both drop our tariffs back down to this imbalance. All right, let's go check this box and see if you do have a bag in your own name. So anyway, stock markets rallied pretty hard around the time that we were going live. It was up like 2%. That's a lot, by the way. Some really crazy swings in the stock market this last 2 weeks or week. Might not be over, though. Okay, I didn't see a bag with your name on it. I'm gonna go back over here and check for haunted, because I bet that's what you do have. Here it is, haunted. Friggin' English. All right. There you are. Very good. Let's get a rotation on these slabs. I still got more slabs to price, by the way. Not too many, but I got a couple more left to price. Cheap-ass English printers and cutters. Japanese sword technology is off the charts. Japan is the best at cards, man. They've got it. They've probably invested so much money into that. Here's Edwin Delsid. My payments finally cleared. Oh, yeah. All right. So then you are owed something. You're owed like Halo packs or something, right? Here it is. Would you like me to open those now? 36 right there. We can get you your 2 packs. Brandon Boutillier, slab away payment. Brandon Boutillier. Slab away. And he said how much? $35. So you will be down to $1,790. I'm always scared when I do the math in my head. Thank you. You got a nice Nido King. I'm telling you, Japanese is about to blow up. People are going to realize. Mr. 2 payments cleared. Nice. But the other one, that was already taken care of, right? We only had one that we didn't service, correct? So let's see. Let me double check, because if it was 2, we would have 2 cards for you in here. So I don't owe you for the other one, because you already had that opened. Edwin E. Lopez. Okay. Yes, it looks like we owed you for 1. But the other one was one we already opened. We were just waiting for that to finish. You had a couple that had gotten serviced, but I didn't realize that they were pending orders until this one, and then we wrote that one down. Yes, Halo packs. You got it, man. Opening up some Halo packs for Edwin Delsid. All right. Here we are. Very nice. Step of this. All right. We've got the Harbinger, Alice, these guys. Here's UNSC Mongoose. All right. Did you see Charizard SAR is outperforming the Pichu Master Balls in 151? Nice. Yeah, I guess that Charizard's desirable. I don't like them, so it's weird, but I've got one. I've got one because everyone else likes them. Of course, I also own the Pikachu and the Gengar, too. Olympia Vale. Here's Chalk-Lock, Gengar, Charizard, Pikachu, Master Ball. Those are the exact ones I'm holding. That's funny. I didn't need anyone to tell me that because I could feel it in my gut. I said those are the ones. There you go. All right, Mr. Edwin Delsid. Haha. Gotta get your name right. Did you have a box, Edwin? I can't remember what we did with you last. I think we shipped you, right? And then you started a new bag, right? There's Eddie Berto, Eric Tang, Elijah Martinez, Eric B. Let's see. Eric Rodriguez. Ernest. Okay, I think you get a new bag, huh? New bag? Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much, man. I still wrote Brandon down on it. You know why? Because Brandon's order is pulled up on my screen. That's such a muscle memory move. Sent you a message on Discord. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Aw, yeah. Thank you, man. The Silver Umbreon, how long ago did you start over? On what? Oh, I see you you lost your old cards. You know, that happens to so many people. Okay, Ivan, are you saying I accidentally held on to a hit? Said I'd put it in the back of the box like this. I think Ivan's mentioning that I might have accidentally held on to a hit, somebody's hit. One in the back of the box. Why don't you rewind that and look it up for me, okay? If I missed a hit for him, it's got to get serviced. You said I put it in the back of the box, like back here? That's the only thing that would make sense, is if he's talking about the raw cards. The raw cards look like they're all blank, though. All right. Yeah, take a rewind on that if you want. Rewind that and look that up for me real fast. All right. I wouldn't be surprised. I make mistakes. Jack Gray, you got to watch me because I make mistakes. Jack Gray, Mr. Jack. If you guys ever sit down in this seat and you do this job, you'll feel it. You'll be like, oh, God. 1, 2, 3. Oh, heart hybrid popping out. All right. That is one of the popular ones. Number 103. Oh, yeah. Konnichiwa. Ah. He's got to grab her boob to heal her. That's the plot of the story, if you want to call it that. That's how they heal the girls in that TV show. All right. Pretty thin line between anime and the other thing. All right. Drew Plummer is back. He says 2 packs of Journey Together. Drew, did you see your hot pull? You got a really hot pull, man. He's got the healing hand. Oh, my God. All right, ready? Let's snip. We got the snip in. Ready, ready. Here's Durant. Thoughts on Gem 2 Chinese being an EV set? Probably going to be a seller. How do we deal with that with the gigantic tariffs, though? So, like, if you have to pay double price for the product on shipment, that's going to screw it all up. All right, Mr. Drew, here you are. One Zoroark this time. Package came in safe with the signature. Worked out well. Nice. Very good. Chen Sen Vong, one more. Waifu Shuffle. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3. That's a cold one this time. Sorry about that. Chen Sen Vong. Okay. Andy Dirksen, slab away payment, $50. So this goes from $385 to $335. Thank you for that. It's Andon. Can I get a box of Hollow Spark and 10 Poke Shuffles? Also, when paying for my shipping international, do I put my address, phone number, and name in this note? Make sure that your address is up to date in PayPal. I can just use that. But as for your phone number, I do have to have your phone number shared in the note. So yes, give me your phone number when you pay for the shipping. And I didn't know you were international. Very cool. Man, we got an international buyer, guys. All right, box of Hollow Spark, 10 Poke Shuffles. Sounds like we're getting close to a round of shipping for you. That's a great idea. You got a lot. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good luck. Okay, what do we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's so painful. That's a cold round in the Poke Shuffles. I'm so sorry for that, man. Definitely that happens. What was that? Yeah, that was a rough round. We're going to place Snorlax into the Poke Shuffle now. He's $105. We're going to place him for an even 100. All right, there he goes. All right. So an additional chase card in the box. You could pull it for $5 if you got very lucky. But also that means there's all these cold ones to pull. So you could be the one to pull these. So think about that when you're buying. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Now he needs a box of Hollow Spark. I've got that right here. Hollow Spark. Hollow Spark has been a good performing set. Might need to ask for a restock on Hollow Spark. Okay. Andy Dirksen, you're funny, man. Let's see. He says PokeRev is better. Oh my god. This. Yeah, but can PokeRev hit the Nether Jockey? Sorry. Not Nether Jockey. It is. Tossing that over there. All right. The Nether. Hello, my lord. What's up, Brandon? Chicken Jockey. LMAO. He is PokeRev in disguise. It's him. It's PokeRev. I heard PokeRev was going to shout my name from the rooftops. That's why I heard. It's Steel. I am Steve. God, I wish I had been in one of those theaters where they were throwing all the popcorn around. That'd have been amazing, dude. See all the theaters crying about it. Now, I totally get it. Like, the vandalism probably cost them more than the ticket in some ways. Unless it's a completely sold out theater. Maybe then it's worth it, but it's not a great deal for them. You had people bringing real chickens into the theater. And when they would do flint and steel, you had some kids would pull, like, the fire alarm. Oh, look at that. That's a nice SR. Need that PokeRev disc track. Wicka, wicka, wicka. Oh, man, this is some crazy looking cards. Look at this. All right. Okay. Here's a hollow. Oh. Blonde-haired girl. Bazoop. Silver Umbreon, what's up? No way I didn't hear about all that. Saw Popcorn Madness. Dude, they're going nuts, man. I love it. I wish I could have been there. All right. Yeah, people getting escorted out by police. So freaking funny, dude. Honestly, I think even though there's a short-term cost for the movie theaters to have these viral events occur in their movie theater, it's a long-term gain because more people are going to want to go to the movie theater to experience the movie as a social group, you know? They should lean into it a little bit and realize, hey, this is ultimately a good thing. But they should design a system to clean up their movie theater very rapidly because you can't be having that, you know? All right. Ta-da. You had a guy threw a slushie at the screen, a big slushie, and it hits the screen. It covers the screen in the slush during the movie. All right, that's for our friend, Mr. Andon. Thank you, Andon. Yeah, I got so many videos like that. Lava chicken. Okay. Drew Plummer. Let's get 2 packs of Japanese 151. Oh, yeah. Very nice. PokeRev is just better. He is PokeRev's alt. Sniffing this. All right, very nice. La 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 lava. Chicken. Always missed the Friday streams because of work. Ah, sorry, man. Friday streams are the best, too. They're so busy. Here's a nice Mothman for you crazy MetaZoo collectors. I bought the Mothman as a speculation that, you know, the purchasing of the new set, the new owners would release a new set and it would do well. Got that originally for $900. Okay, we'll see if it sells. Hey, now people can speak their opinions. Lava, chicken, ooh, do. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. I don't remember all the lyrics. Joseph Albrecht, 5 hollow shuffles. You guys just love the hollow shuffles. That's it. We're just selling hollow shuffles all day. Got off early today, so happy to watch. Nice, dude. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you guys see the Pichu break is running for a 3rd time? Here it is. It's a $40 break. Those are cold, Joey Albrecht. Here's a cheap and affordable Giratina. Excuse me. Luke Laurie, 6 battle partners, 4 Ayakashis. 4 Ayakashis. Do I have an open box of Ayakashis? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, here they are. Lava. Chicken. Pokey Rev is richer. No! I'm destroyed. Yes. All right. I don't know. I think he's going to have to whip it out. We're going to have to compare sizes. 2 of these need to go back. We'll see who has the last laugh. This about that time to solo level. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Mister will just have to cry into his millions of slabs. Shoe size. I wear a wide size 12 shoe. Sometimes I have to wear size 12 and a half. That's my actual shoe size. 12, 12 and a half. Here it is. Guess Mister will just have to cry. Snipping this. All right. Sometimes the shoe's not wide enough. It's a real problem. What's your height? I'm 6 foot. I wish I was 7 foot. Then I could laugh at all you short people. A wider shoe to kick Pokey Rev's butt. So stupid. God, dude. Here's the Rua. All right. Pokey Rev is bigger. Oh, no. We are. I don't know. Actually, I think I might be bigger. I gotta lose some weight, man. Feet pics when? You don't want to see these huge toes, bro. I got toes that could grip a tree, bro. Got the monkey feet. Who is this Pokerev Glazer? Here's a hollow. All right. Here's a hollow. And here's a hollow. Pokerev rated the Snow White movie a 10 out of 10, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. His favorite scene, the Diddy party at the end. All right. Wide feet, too. I got wide feet. That was a problem for me as a kid. My mom couldn't find shoes that were wide enough for my wide feet. We'd buy a pair, and I'd either have to break them in really bad, or we'd have to find a wider pair. Luke Laurie. I got them hobbit feet. Ooh. All right. Mr. Luke. There he goes. Let's see. You're going to be right over here. To this day, it's still a problem. I bought a new pair of sneakers, A6 sneakers, and I hate them because they're too narrow. So the first thing I have to do is I have to spend all the time unwiring them to try and break them in. Yes. All right. Here's Andon. 1 more box of Hollow Spark, 10 more Pokey Shuffles. You got it, Mr. Andon. Ready? It's one of the reasons why I like sandals so much. Sandals are nice and wide. They don't have sides to them, you know? There's no... There's... There's no problems for people who are blessed with wide feet, so to speak. New Balance is better. Hey! Ready? Ooh, it smells like Kira's is cooking something, man. She doesn't cook too often. Sneak. She's been cooking more lately. PokeRev favorite movie is Snow White. I heard he clapped at the end of the movie. There it is. All right. Okay, you ready? Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Oh, very nice. Okay, here's a hollow. Oh, squirrel girl. It's squirrel girl. Damn you, hee 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 hee. Don't laugh at PokeRev. Don't laugh at him. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's... PokeRev will beat your ass, bro. Here's a full art. Alright. Here's... Oh, the kitty cat. Meow. Wow, these cards look fantastic. So we're on our last case of them, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna be probably restocking this because this has been a great seller. I also located the HoloLive Premium. That needs to go back up on the menu. Additionally, our restock for what's the name of the set with the turtle in it? That's a Stellar Crown. That just came back in. Too many names to remember, dude. Any ETA for CB Tarkir Dragonstorm? It probably Monday, to tell you the truth. When it comes in, I'm sure it will sell. We might even offer some fun little breaks. I heard PokeRev is responsible for making Little Mermaid black. PokeRev has more subs. No! Put this over here. All right. All right, that's Mr. Andon. Here we are. Ooh, look at that. PokeRev subs agree with the price of the new Switch 2 games, though. You can't trust them. All right. They think $90 is too cheap for a Switch 2 game. Yes. He loved watching Sand Brown. Mister, what's going on with that Pichu? This Pichu is a break. It's running for a third time. This is round 3. One person is in. It looks a bit unusual, doesn't it? We got his 10 Poke Shuffles, didn't we? I don't think we did. 10 Poke Shuffles. Here goes. We should always do that first. My brain forgets if we've done it. Whatever happened with the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set? That comes out in June, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. All right. It's June, James. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so you got the Fates Collide break, and that is worth just about 10 spots. That's going to go straight back in, and you're being placed on the Fates Collide list. Here it is. And in. There you are. 3 spots and Fates Collide have moved. It's a $48 break. Everyone gets 1 pack, and we're going to see what we pull out of here. Hopefully Umbreon. By the way, the Glory of Team Rocket box battle has movement. It's about halfway done. It is halfway done. PokeRev is cooler. What? I don't know. I heard PokeRev tweezed his eyebrows, so that's debatable. All right, let's see. Mr. Andon Berard. 2 boxes of Dan to Dan. Oh, I hate to tell you this. We sold out of it, and I forgot to remove it from the menu. 6 actually bought the rest of it in this stream. So hold on. I apologize, but we do not have that at all. We do have a restock coming. I could put this on store credit for you when the restock comes. Should be here almost. Let's see. Where is it? Dan to Dan. This should say pre-sale now. Pre-sale. So Dan to Dan is pre-sale at this point. All right. What is Kara's cooking? This smells so good. 2 boxes. Dan. Dan. Any vintage stuff you've been eyeing on getting? Let me look at my sales, my purchases. Well, no, I would say my big move in the last week is I've been buying up a huge chunk of gold. Actual gold. That's been my latest move. I was talking about my philosophy on value and gold and products, both in our Discord announcements channel, but also at the beginning of this live stream. So it says here, today I bought $3,000 of gold. It's actually about 3.1 thousand. And then a little while ago, I bought about a $500 coin, and that was it. Before that, my previous big move was Team Rocket boxes. Dan restock, Dan restock, yeah. But as for, good vintage slabs, always looking for that. I mean, I'm always looking. But I know when I see something I like, I know what it looks like. This just came in the mail from a while back. So we bought this maybe about 2 weeks ago, Shining Tyranitar 10. This is why I made the CGC video, because this card arrived in the mail. This Tyranitar did. Really lovely card. Looks like I picked him up for 1.2 thousand. So, I'll be looking for probably a target price of around 1.6 to 1.8 when I sell it. Maybe he'll become a rare candy one day. He's a really special card, and who doesn't want a Shining Tyranitar? All right. I took that card from Mister. You got a Shining Tyranitar from me, but I still got some. I repurchased it. Remember that? When Pokemon started going off... Where's my last one? When Pokemon started going off in January, I rushed out and bought the one that I sold to you. I did that with a couple cards. Wish I could have done that with the Shining Magikarp, but I'm okay with not having a Shining Magikarp. I couldn't live without 3 Shining Tyranitars. I'll take that one as well. Pokerev has more. I don't know. Oh, my eyes so itchy. I don't know. I'd like to see Pokerev's collection. I don't think he shows off this kind of collection very often, does he? All right, that's it. I'm removing the Pokerev signature from my Charizard. Look. You think a Pokerev fan will overpay for that? I don't know. There it is. He signed a card? He's as bad as Jason Page. I was trying to remember the guy's name. Jason Page, people don't like it when he signs stuff, huh? Anded. There it goes. Which one can I buy? What? I'm holding those. Okay, we've got Matthew Hill for the Pikachu break. All right, Matthew Hill's jumping into the Pikachu break. How late we've been streaming? An hour and a half? It's now 5:40. I might need to wrap up, guys, because Karis is going to want to eat dinner and go for a walk, get some healthy walking in. We got a nice healthy walk yesterday. We got to do that 2 more days this week. I'm trying to get 3 healthy walks per week. I have a signed card from Jason Page. There it is. That's the Pokerev signature on one of my Zards. I might have bought it from Pokerev. I don't remember who sold it to me. No, I don't think it was Pokerev. It was a baseball guy, I remember. He was a sports guy. One English Prismatic, Matthew Hill. Yeah, I bought 2 of my Shining Charizards from a guy who collects sports cards. And he said he bought Charizard because he thought it was doing well. And then he said, now it's time to sell it because he doesn't want it anymore. He just wants more sports cards. I said, all right. Did you receive my 2 spots? Oh, let's see. I did. I never wrote them down. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're in there, but I didn't actually write it on this card. My bad. That's why you guys got to keep an eye on me, because I am multitasking over here, and it's so easy to make a simple mistake. All right, so that one's actually pretty close. Pokerev signature is worth millions. That's it. I'm washing that Pokerev. That would be a pretty funny video if I took the... I thought about making that a video, taking the slab and doing like a disrespect. Imagine I took this slab and then like some Gooby Gone or something like that, and I washed the signature off the slab and turned that into a video, like a silent video or something like that. Or like at the end, I'm like, there, now it's more valuable. That would be so mean, dude. I'd get so much hate. I thought about making that a video. I thought that'd be funny. Let's see, Matthew Hill. But I don't know. I think I would actually lose value because I think a follower of his might prefer that to stay on, and he could be a potential buyer. Anyways, I thought that would be funny. Do it. No. That's so much drama if I did that. All right. Plus, you know, I signed cards too. I signed a Dusclops because I'm a big Dusclops fan. And just the case, not the card, just the case. It's a for fun thing. I sold it for the same price as an actual Dusclops. I didn't add any price on for the signature. So it's just a for fun thing. Here's Luke Laurie, Pichu break, 2 Star Wars Galaxy 1. All right. I think that'd be really funny, though. Hope you have a nice walk today. Yes, me too. PokeTube Signature Wars. There it is. 2 Star Wars Galaxy 1. All right. What do you do with all your bulk cards? I turn them down into pulp, and then I reprint them into toilet paper. Poke paper. We've thought, you know, Karis and I thought about making a business where we take the bulk and we dip cubes of it in epoxy. You know what epoxy is? It's a type of liquid that turns into a plastic. And then taking those bricks and making like birdhouses out of the bricks of the cards. And you'd have like Pokemon card birdhouses. Yep. But we think it looks so stupid that it's a dumb idea. What else could you do with a brick of paper like that? What could you do that's creative with a brick of paper? Because there's so much damn bulk. Can't wait for my signed card from you and your wife. Aw, thanks, man. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Ooh. Someone acknowledge me. I'm acknowledging you. All right, that's Luke Laurie. Nothing crazy coming out of these Galaxy 1 packs. But you know what? That box is getting hotter each time you open another pack. Love Flame. Where'd we put you? There it is, Luke Laurie. Whoa, you got a fat bag, dude. It's a real fatty. Make a nice garden bed out of the resin bricks. Finish the Pikachu break. You could probably epoxy bulk and make furniture. I don't know. Furniture, I think that would not work. I mean, unless it was like just a raised giant mound off the ground. I don't think that'd work. Andon says, instead of the Dan-to-Dan, can I get a box of Hollow Spark and the rest on Poke Shuffles? Yes. All right, so let me go get a box of Spark. All right, here we are. Ta-da! Ready? Do, do, do. Oh. Ta-da! Selling big decals for Pokemon so you can put on your binder or case here at my local card shows. Nice, nice. Okay. All right. So we got a hollow. We got a full art. We got a hollow. We got another hollow. Gluten tag. Gluten. Konnichiwa. Oh, first buzz, huh? Ooh. All right. The hat girl. Look at that hat girl. So nice. All right. Oops. Here's a first edition. Here's this. Give me a second. All right. So you had 2 boxes of Dan to Dan, which is 120, right? And a box of the Hollow Spark is $78. So 120 minus 78 leaves $42. So that leaves you with 8 Pokey Shuffles, okay? 8 Pokey Shuffles. And then you're getting a new bag. Got a lot of stuff. I hear Mary loves Germans. Germans have germ in the word. They have to be careful and wash their hands. Oops. Okay. I think I called you Andy Berard. We love potatoes. Oh, true, true, true. All right. Let's grab this. I heard the EU's talking about buying electric vehicles from China. China? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How do their local auto workers feel about that? Doesn't that mean more competition for the local Volkswagen? Ooh, a cold round. I am sorry, man. That is another cold round of those Pokey Shuffles. I'm so sorry. That's a rough round. All right. I think they're doing it kind of like in retaliation against Trump. But all I could think is like, doesn't that hurt your auto workers? Okay, so... All right, we got Mr. Not Sven. What's his name? Zen? Mr. Zen. I think it's Zen, actually. Yes, Zen Collectibles. And he says, Zen slab away payment, $525. Let me crack out the calculator to make this easy on myself so I don't have to use my brain. You have $1,075 remaining. All right, there it is. Oh, I wrote down 1,078. It needs to be 1,075. There goes, $1,075 remaining. Can I trade my entire magic cards for a spot in the Pichu? It favors you. I don't do much with magic cards, but you'd like to trade all your magic cards for a spot in the Pichu. I could probably do that since they're not hits. Thing is, I don't know if I would grade any of them. I'm just not that good with the magic cards. I don't know. Maybe I take a risk on it. I'm still curious about how Magic performs over time. All right. I'll set this over here. You got it. I'll take it because I'll grade them up and just see what happens. I don't know. It'll be a total gamble for me. They might grade bad or maybe nobody wants them. Brandon's going in. Okay. There's Ketramos, the Innistrad poster, the first 2-place trophy box toppers. It favors you a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, thank you for explaining it to me. I hope you pull this Pichu. Good luck in there, everybody. Pichu's going off again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, just 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess we're running Pichu a 4th time, huh? Sometimes this happens. Sometimes you get like the Bubble Mew. That was another crazy one. The Bubble Mew just kept it going off. All right. Let's see what we got. I think it's a decent trade, Mr. Brandon, because you don't have to do any work selling them. You don't have to do any shipping. You don't have to take the eBay cut. And you keep your hits from those because I know you're keeping the hits are in the Cool Kids box. It's very convenient. All right, give me a number. I saw the grades on some of the cards you traded me, by the way, from Hidden Legends. 9s, dude. They graded 9. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, Brandon. They graded 9. How terrible. Sad. Ooh, sorry to hear that. It's because PSA's grading so harsh, man. I swear in the past, those would have been 10s with PSA. But they're grading super harsh. So you didn't miss out on as much as maybe you thought. You probably, in fact, got a pretty good deal if they graded 9. All right, give me a number. 1, 2, 3. There goes. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Matthew Hill. Sorry, Matthew. Mr. Brandon. No luck, Brandon. I'm sorry, man. Mr. LaFlame. Oh, LaFlame. He was in 3 of these breaks, man. He needed this. Wow, lucky round. Imagine, LaFlame, you miss a 3rd time. Like, imagine it went to Mr. Brandon. Lucas picking up the star card. Lucas. And Luke Laurie. Sorry, Luke. And Mr. LaFlame, 2nd spot. Is LaFlame watching? He's going to feel good about that because he went in a 3rd time, dude. Imagine you missed a 3rd time. That would have been a throw your hat on the ground moment. All right. So what we do next, we write on this card, LaFlame Pichu. Because this is actually a pre-order for a Pichu 10. Because I ran out of, there was only one Pichu, so we're just running the same Pichu over and over. Tipton Hunter Tipton, he grabbed the last round. So both these guys are getting Pichu 10s when they arrive. We're going to run a 4th round. It's just weirdly popular. Everyone wants this. Lucas, you jump into the Star Break. You know what that is? The Star Break is this guy over here. Darkrai. So your $40 is still in play, just in a different break now. It's a nice thing. It's kind of like a second chance. Okay, he's at 3 out of 10 now. 4th time? Yeah, we're running it a 4th time. It just finishes like in 2 seconds, so might as well. People love this Pichu break. We might need to give it a new sleeve, though. That sleeve's getting hard to see. Aesthetics is everything when it comes to this kind of stuff, so. Thank you, James Alanya. 4th time? Yeah, we might need to run it a 4th time. Yeah, that was some pretty supreme luck for you, Mr. LaFlame. Catches you back up. Yeah, imagine you missed a 5th time. third time, not a fifth time. Fifth is the number of 5 spots. That's how many you bought over time. Grab this. Now I want to jump in Pichu, but the sack is slim, not so fat. We're still going to say Mark Morales on the back of this because this copy is his. He won the very first round. There it is, like that, see? So it's still his. But we're going to get a nice clean sleeve going so that he looks better. You pick the right break and people just go nuts for it, you know? You pick the wrong break, it moves, but it moves slow. Like that Final Fantasy Cloud. Nobody's jumping in there. This must hit a lot of sweet spots for people. They must like the price. They must like the look. Maybe the fact that it's vintage. Maybe the fact that it's Pichu. There it is. Round number 4. His price does not change. It stays the same. It's pretty close to a price change, though, if you didn't know that. Almost at 1.7 now. All right, and that occurs because I can't restock it the same way. How many Pichus are coming over? Lol, that's hella Pichus. Yeah, he's, yeah, I managed to grab a Pichu or two, and like I said, the next time he goes off, he might be 1 spot more expensive. All right. Clearly some interest in this card, huh? All right. Have you ever showered with your slabs? Not yet. Maybe soon. If I'm ever single again. I'll say, you'd never leave me. And I'd hold them tight at bed at night. Let me go get some more solo leveling for Miss 6. All right, here we are. We got plenty of solo leveling. I'm sure there's a chance in here for a signature somewhere. 6, look at all these. So, tons of boxes and more. These are $60 a box. Number 1 selling item of the week is probably solo leveling, followed by Dan to Dan. All right. Good night to everyone. Thanks for the break. That's right. It's like 12 a.m. All right. We've been playing Animal Crossing for a few days. Are you guys sick of it yet? Doo-doo. Miss 6. Oh, is that Alexis? I think Alexis might have just arrived. 1 a.m. in Germany. There we go. Okay. Guten Nacht. Or something like that. All right. Ew, solo leveling. You don't like solo leveling? I don't know. I don't know if 6 can let you live now. Okay, let's see. A couple cold packs to start out with. Now you've got Gogun-Hee. Yeah, this set is real small. You get a lot of repeats, but it's all about pulling that signature, isn't it? It's the signature we want. Yujin-Ho. You got Yujin-Ho. Alexa, stream confirmed. Here's Cha-Hae-In. Cha-Hae-In. That's my favorite. Cold. Ah, it's Igris. Not to be confused with Egris. Choi Jong-In. Ooh, he's dressed really fancy. Yoo Jin-Ho. Promo last this time? Promo last. You got the E-rank version. All right, of the hero. How's the Misty's Gyarados going? Misty's Gyarados was doing pretty good. It had some momentum, but then we cracked out this Neo Pichu, and it stole the spotlight for sure, dude. That Pichu is ran 3 times, and it's now available a 4th time. So all the attention for the break has gone toward the Pichu. But yeah, the Misty's Gyarados is totally legit. It's a pristine 10 Misty's Gyarados with 5 spots deep. Just difficult, much more difficult to pull that. So maybe that's part of the reason why the Pichu looks so enticing. All right. Sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, 6. If you pull it, I'll scream like a girl for you. Well, we are 1 hour and 51 minutes into the stream. I feel like now is the perfect time to wrap things up because the queue is empty. Mister, would you trade my 2 Dan-to-Dan SPs for a box? Maybe. Let's see. What do you mean? SPs? SPs like the embossed cards? I don't have any Dan-to-Dan cards to grade, so that might be a good way for me to take some Dan-to-Dan. Did you say you had 2 of them? Where's the second one? Oh, this. Oh, that's an ugly card. That card's ugly as sin, dude. Dude, let me ask you a question. So with this card, if this graded 10, would somebody buy this? I feel somebody would buy this one. Is this card pretty much cooked? Is it chopped? Is it slapped? This card I can tell has a little value, but is a guy, not a girl, so it can't even go in the waifu box. And then this looks terrible. Somebody give me an opinion. I honestly don't know. Anyone with knowledge of Dan-to-Dan, what do you think? Trade this for a box of solo leveling? Ooh. Promo last this time? I'm no good with Dan-to-Dan, so I can't comment on the trade if this is a worthwhile trade. These 2 for this. I can tell you if this was 2 cute girls, you'd get it like that. Because 2 cute girls, if they grade, they'll sell. Or I could just toss them in the waifu box. But that's a guy, and that's an ugly monster. One of the Momos, maybe? What's a Momo? I don't know what a Momo is. Is a Momo one of the girls? I don't know if I'd bother grading those even. I'm sure he'll do fine. The show is grimy AF, so all the tunes will look wacky as hell. It's the vibe of the show. I'm sure he'll do fine. I don't know the value of these 6. I can't accept the grade at the moment. I have to think about it, okay? You take another look at that trade value for me, and we will go live tonight. The one with her kicking, yeah. So I'm going to set this down. We're at the end of the stream anyways. We went 2 hours for the daytime stream. Here's what's notable about that. Busy from beginning to end. We were busy the whole time. Mr. Zen wants 3 Marvel Fleer Masterpiece. I'm going to get those for you, Zen. That's the last order of the daytime stream. Marvel Masterpiece, still selling. Is that a Rarity Collection box? I think I just found a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection box. All right. You got Mr. Sven? I want to call you Sven. Mr. Zen. Yeah, only problem 6 is I don't really understand Dan-to-Dan. And I don't know what their resale value is right now. got to be around 60 at least, okay? All right. Okay. But a Gaifus have never, ever done well. Okay, She-Hulk. Green Goblin. I should create a Gaifu box. Ghost Rider. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about making a junk pull box. Would you guys like that? A junk box? Go. Penance. It's more than 60 for both. Oh, okay. Here's Beast. Look at Beast. Okay, we got Beast. And then this is very important. We've got Captain America. Look at this, guys. Oh, man, these look good. Wow. Crazy. That's Marvel Masterpiece, everybody. Marvel Masterpiece. So every pack comes with the signature. I think it's just the artist signature. So I'm not so sure the signature cards are that valuable. But those holo cards, I think, are valuable. Those look really good. Really like the foiling. Yeah, there's some intense foiling. Okay, Nightwing. Venom and Carnage are in this set. Spider-Man's in this set. We get a crotch shot of Thanos here. Okay. Firestar. You've got Shatterstar. Oh, yeah, look at this. You're going to pick up another one. Iron Man. Really good day for you, Mr. Sven. Okay, there's the Beast. Okay. I'd be all in on that Gaifu box. Yeah, Gaifu box. What do you guys think? A Gaifu box? We got a Waifu box. How about a Gaifu box? I don't know if I have enough Gaifu cards to put in there. Rogue. Professor X. Night Witch. Oh. Mr. Hyde. Thanos. Solo. Oh my gosh, you're 3 for 3 for the holo foils, man. Very, very lucky round. Picking up Punisher. Oh yeah, he's doing a little bit of punishing. Just a bit of punishing. I don't know about this guy Solo. I'm not excited for the signature cards as much. The signature cards look nice in theory until you realize it's not like a voice actor's signature. So I don't think they have that much value. The artist signature probably has a little bit of value, but these 3 cards are really nice. Plus, all the other cards in here are gradable too. And of course, you could grade the signature, and somebody might go like, oh, I want that card with a cool looking signature on it. So that might work anyways. Is this it, Zen? Thanks. I said thanks. Oh my God. Thanks, Mr. Zen. So about using the letter Z over and over again. Punisher or Punish Her? The Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th Century is a killer set. Yeah, I like the foiling on this Masterpiece set too. Did you guys see this? This came in the mail too. My 2 Lugias. I like the Lugia. I thought it was undervalued. Lugia was cheap. All right. I don't know if it'll stay that way. It might fall. Pokemon cards have been pretty crazy, but the summertime is here. Summertime is here. Summer's in the air. Speaking of which, it's time for me to hop off and go get some exercise. See you guys for the nighttime stream, which we will not miss. It's a Friday. We don't miss the nighttime stream on Fridays. See you later, everybody. Well, I mean, unless something bad happens.